It's Warhammer night. We're here to do. Look how prepared we
I
are.
forgot. I forgot. Oh my gosh, this is so unprofessional. But it's what you come to expect of us. Welcome to
No,
AoS R&D.
that wasn't our fault. We were just surprised by the fact there was an advert, and we were like, "What? There's an advert on the thing." What's
Actually,
that?
Dale,
And then
it was
literally
it was
the
my
advert.
fault because
Oh,
I usually click it onto this other thing, but you have to go to a totally. It doesn't matter. Welcome to AoS R&D with Rob and Dale. As usual,
we
we
have
are
no idea what
nailing
we're doing.
that sort of feeling that I want everyone to be captured by, which is the idea that we are a raccoon going through your trash that you've discovered in the middle of the night with a flashlight, and yeah, we're just looking up and going at the flashlight. That is that's the feeling we're going for.
Yeah.
So it's the second show of the year, and we're still kind of waiting for a lot of stuff to change and drop. So we're just gonna have a fun
Oh
hangout and paint.
no, the yes we are, but we actually got the thing yesterday that the General's Handbook is going on pre-order this Saturday.
Damn it, Dale! I told you to wait.
Is it? Is that what we're talking about?
Well, that's one of the things I'm
Oh,
having prepared. Okay.
I did not listen to your briefing.
No, you did not, as usual. Yeah,
I
beady eyes.
Bahamut.
That is us, Bahamut, for sure. Beady eyes in your flashlight. I've got. If you hear water running, everything's okay. I'm getting my wet palette ready. So
I'm currently doing magnets for my fanatics, but I'm recrewing my Dobby. So I've been
what are you putting magnets on your fanatics for?
for the basis for traveling with them.
Oh, got it. Oh, you have a magnetic case.
But
Oh, you've got the
yeah,
Tupperware. Got it, right.
so I don't know if you'll be
You
able
have
to
to put
see
your
this
other
or
hand
not.
behind it.
Okay, so I've recrewed most of Dobby,
Yeah.
so it's got like the squig crew in it.
Nice.
But I'm also
That's cool.
currently, because I'm like, the rule says it's the drummer that does the thing. So I'm currently green stuffing, again, you're probably not going to be able to see this properly because my camera's. Anyway, I'm
Nice.
green stuffing a hood onto the little drummer guy.
Oh, cool.
And it's like a half-assed night goblin kind of thing. So that is what I'm currently doing.
Nope.
And then I'm going to try and
I too
paint
am working on Dobby.
my nice.
Yeah.
My
Almost done.
Marvel Crisis Protocol rangefinders and stuff because I'm going to my first Marvel Crisis Protocol event this weekend after playing 2 games of Marvel Crisis Protocol. So it's gonna go really well.
I have a question, Dale. Could you hear me hissing at you?
Have
Oh,
you not played it? It's actually quite good fun.
I own it, but it's
Okay.
still in the box.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, sure.
I I'm not. I don't know.
Magnetize the bell, kit bash a second bell into a cannon.
Wow.
Is going to magnetize, but you've been busy.
Yeah, no kidding. Magnetizing is the best thing ever unless you're doing it, and then it's a huge pain in the butt, and I hate it. Okay, so first, we gotta move on. So we got a cool like Necromunda creature, and I just loved him, and I just wanted to put him
Share
on the
in the
screen
world.
and yeah, share him with the world, because I know a lot of us don't necessarily get exposed to all the little bits and bobs. So anyway, that is gone. And next we have the rumor engine. Would you care to take a guess while I get my wet palette?
Lumineth Realm Lords Wave 6 is coming. Coming. Look, it's clearly Lumineth. No, it's not. I would love to say it's Lumineth Realm Lords version 6 because that's, the on-running joke we have here. But
If it's not though, what on
I
earth
think
is it?
it's Slanesh. I think it's going to be Slanesh. Maybe something for Warcry and Underworlds that will translate into the Slanesh book. But
That's
it kind of looks that kind of like, come
interesting.
and smell my perfume of lust or something,
Yeah, maybe. I actually like that guess. You know what I was gonna say?
But
I wanted to go like off whatever as well. The hand looks so small.
yeah,
So I was actually gonna guess like something goblin-y,
yeah.
but I don't.
Very not a goblin hand though.
Is it not?
No.
There's no
See,
nails on it.
what I think you
There's
could
no
be right with. It
fingernails,
could be
though.
something small, but think about. Do you know how you have that the Glutos wagon thing.
Yeah.
Maybe something like it could be like this is a someone holding a thing, but it's gonna be on a base with other stuff or like a bigger model.
But you know what though? Like we pretty much all have it. It's almost confirmed that Slanesh are getting one model, right? And we've already seen a silhouette. So like, how could
Yeah,
it?
but they might get more than one model.
I don't think they're going to though. I think it's going to be Korn one and Slanesh one.
But we thought that with Gits, and we got an entire additional hero.
Oh, maybe. I still
Maybe
don't think
they're just
so.
going to be cheeky with it now. They're like, "Oh, you guys are
We
so cool. You thought you were so funny,
It's
and
the
now look,
sacred
there's
oils.
extra stuff."
Bahamut says it's the sacred oils on Terra. Actually, what were we thinking that this might be for AoS, right? I think you're right,
Sure.
Bahamut. I think it's just a 40k model, and we're wasting our time. I mean, originally though, the thing was definitely like, oh yeah, this is definitely LRL, right? Like it just seems like a magic potion.
It oozes LOL. Yeah, living up realms.
Yeah, it oozes LOL.
It oozes dirty elves because I'm no longer an elf player, so I can just say
You're
dirty.
still an elf player.
No, I'm not.
You'll never not be an elf player.
I am. Now I've got my Gits gang.
The Gits,
Seen the Gits gang?
the Gits
Gits
are better.
gang. Gits gang.
Dang, how big is that?
So this one is the smaller version that I did. So
What?
um,
When do I get one, by the way?
this one of these is for you. So shut up.
Okay. Hey, I never got confirmation.
Games Workshop Paint Tub patch. There you go.
Oh, nice.
So
Wow.
these are smaller than my in fact I've got a little thing here. So it's about 2.5 inches
Yeah.
in diameter.
Okay.
So these are the ones I'm trying to get Lisa to make me those. So I want one for you, and I want one for our Dan friend who has Scarlet Skarsnik, the baby.
Heck
So
yeah.
we can send him one for his
Oh,
onesie
sweet.
because
Yeah.
I want one on his onesie.
Yeah.
But I
Dan.
want to take some to LVO.
Heck yeah.
So I'm going to give one to Coach when he's there because Coach is going to be there, and I've already told him I'm going to mug him, and then
Mug him?
mug him for hugs, and then
Oh, okay. That's better.
we actually joked about it. So if you don't get into the final day, you can go and join the doubles, and I think he's already got a plan to go. Someone's already asked him to be in the doubles or something. So currently I've got two plans. So one, if I don't get into the third day, which is highly likely with Gits, because Gits are like the bottom army at the minute.
Uh-huh.
We're going to expect announcements end of the early couple of weeks. Yes, we are, and I will be there. We'll come to that soon. So one is I might just team up with someone and do the doubles.
Yeah.
The other one is I want to find out who's doing, because supposedly Games Workshop are going to be there streaming some of the games. So I was going to go find out who was doing it.
Yeah.
And basically, after that last streaming where they just didn't really have the knowledge of AoS, I was going to say, how about me and Coach take over the stream for the Sunday games or something and see if they'll let us do it.
What they do in the fighting game community is they'll get like the players that are already out, or sometimes
Yeah.
not even, to just come and
That's what they should do with that, because
because like the people know what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know?
'Cause
Or-
that was
or
the problem
presumably, you know.
that was the problem when we were watching Matthias play on the finals. It was like he was doing stuff and the person just didn't have a clue what he was setting up for and what he was doing, and we're like having to inform the person on the other side. It's like, oh, he's doing this, or he's setting up for this because he's about to do this.
I didn't get to watch it live, hey?
That's because you don't support your friends.
That's not why. Wasn't I? I think I was
Adepticon
at
in
my.
March. Yeah.
I think I
So
was at my nephew's birthday party.
going back to what you were saying about there'll be previews, yes, there will be previews. So I recently, with my lovely new job, they gave me the offer. It's like, hey, we can either give you a company phone or you can get your cell phone expensed. So I was like, I'll have my cell phone expensed, thank you. So I've just upped my account for it. So I now get like 100 gigabytes unlimited speed, and then after that it's downgraded every month. So what I'm going to do is, my aim is Rob's going to see if I can get some sort of access to the YouTube.
I think I can do it.
Yeah.
I think there's a way.
And then I'm going to try and do some live YouTube streaming while I'm down in Vegas.
Yes.
So what I'm going to try and do, and like this is not going to be official. I will put them up. I'll do an announcement if we're going to do it, and like at times, and see if people want to come and watch, or they can just watch it and repeat. But I'll try and do some interviews with some people. I'll try and do some walkarounds from the event, so people can kind of get a feel of what it's like down there, and I'll be able to answer questions because I'll put my headset in and we'll have the thing on. But more importantly, yeah, I'll be able to try and get some stuff on while the event's on. I don't think they'll let me record during the presentation because what they like to do
Oh
is
no, yeah,
the
you
people
can't.
there get like you get to see the presentation
Yeah,
and then it goes out afterwards.
and that's better,
Yeah,
frankly. Yeah.
but it means I can come on and talk about it afterwards,
Yep,
and
absolutely.
especially if we see anything when we're down there.
Because they
Um,
usually do like a Q&A after.
yeah, so it'll
So,
also be fun to kind of like walk around some of the tables if I finish my game and just get some pictures of some games
heck
going
yeah.
on. Just try and do a little bit of live coverage because you don't usually, you know, you don't really see much when you're down there. You see some pictures and videos, but it would be nice to kind of try and do something a little bit better
Totally.
because I'll have this data. I won't need to worry about using the hotel's Wi-Fi, and also it's not me paying for it, so it's even better.
No
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah,
So,
that's gonna be fun, hopefully.
Bahamut said, so again, where are the rat geists and drill submersibles? Or Zeech allies, since Zeech likes to help the GHR for the lulls. The GHR. Oh, Great Horn Rat. Right. Okay, Great Horn Rat. So the rat geists, I don't know if we'll ever see rat. Wait, do you mean like a terrorgeist with a rat? Like a brood horror Bahamut, or where? I want to know where you're going with this. I love the drill submersible and or just like a drill. Like remember like the in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles where those drills would come up from the ground, like from the Technodrome or whatever. Like that's what I think the Skaven should have, and I even wrote a story about it. But like, um,
I want something like
but here's
Kang the Conqueror with like a rat inside a bodysuit.
I want basically just like, do you know the drill in 40K in the Heresy? There's like a They basically just have like a drill that's like it's a thing and it just
Did
pops up.
Rob spray his hair?
No.
It's because your hair is really. I don't know if it's your lighting or it's just like really bright.
Well, I turned off the.
I'm gonna go
I
ahead
need
and
to
do
have
it.
some kind of painting light.
I'm gonna turn off my background because then, ta-da!
There's a quote
Boring background.
about some Skaven found a portal to the
You can
hell of
see,
Skaven. Where
you
is
can
that?
see the
Let me know.
crew now.
And they could make holes to hordes of rat ghosts. That'd be wild.
So he's still got the Dobby sock. You've got the kind of crew in there as well. So the little drummer, I've just done him a little hood and stuff on his back. So I've just got to let that dry, and then I can paint it. I just did a load of movement trays for my squigs as well,
Nice.
so that it doesn't take me like 20 minutes to move some squigs. So yeah. So rumor engine thing, I think it's
Oh
fun
right.
and cheap.
Okay,
It's my thing. I think it's going to be a Slaanesh thing.
that's fair. Okay, so next we have Slaves to Darkness coming in all their
Yes,
glory. Finally.
finally,
Yeah.
after being leaked for like a year, half a year.
Question: is
Uh,
this the best Vanguard box they've ever made?
well, what's in it?
The brand new Chaos Warriors that are coming out at the same time, the brand new Chaos Knights that are coming out at the same time, the old Chariot, and the new Hero.
Yeah.
Like, this is like basically a box set, but it's Vanguard. It doesn't come with the thing or whatever. I think this might be the best box set they've ever made. I'm very impressed. That's what I'll say. What do you guys think? Also, the Demon Prince is coming. Chaos Lord on Karkadrak, which has been out in the what do you call it? The Start Collecting box, but now we're
The
getting
new
it.
dude as well, the hero guy that can come back to life on the big horsey.
Yeah, Eternus,
Yeah,
Eternus the
he's
Pinhead,
yeah.
but there is a solution because his horse is a pinhead too. I think I might have brought this up last time, so I apologize. But just build him as the Chaos Lord because he's got a way cooler helmet. His horse looks cooler, and then just give him the halberd and just be like, "Yo, this is Eternus, bro." You know what I mean? Although he doesn't have the cool tail. I might do the tail. And I don't mind his armor either. But
It's a pretty cool model.
it's a great model. I don't like his horse head though. I think his horse head looks kind of dumb. I don't know. Maybe it's just a paint job. This happens to me all the time with. Maybe they just didn't paint him as well.
It is a thing. I do.
Oh, thank you, Bahamut. I'll check it out. I could have sworn I read it recently, but like maybe I missed it. I must have missed that. Thank you. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I do wish sometimes when they are releasing these things, it's like they had 2 or 3 painted versions of the model.
Totally.
Just because I do think there is a whole thing of like, if it's painted in just an off way, a lot of people can actually be turned off by the model.
Yeah, dude. Like,
and it's not like they don't have the people painting the models for them, because they send so many of them out, and then like the week later they're like, oh look, here's all these done by this person. It's like, use them in your advertisements. If that's better painted.
Why don't they get it done ahead of time? Eh?
I know. Dry brushing, Marvel Crisis stuff.
Boo! Everyone boo Dale in the chat.
It's just tape measure thing.
Nope. You get a boo. You paint that during an AoS stream, you get booed. You should know what you signed up for, Dale.
I've painted all my other AoS stuff. I'm ahead of schedule. Doing well. I've been doing all my little highlights and my flames. Lisa's doing me I've got one of these hoodies that I wear all the time.
Thank you, Gargoyle. Thank you.
Lisa's currently doing me one where I've got orange and yellow flames, but like the goblin, like my kits have. Yeah. So when I'm playing at LVO, I can wear a Gits hoodie, and I'll have my Gits gang. Gits gang will be on it.
That's sweet, actually.
I'm painting enough AoS for us all. Yeah, you're pretty fast and competent, Peter.
Who, Alex?
Alex, yeah.
Yeah, he's always ahead of everyone, or most.
He's always like, oh, I just got these Marvel Crisis Protocol. Oh, I finished them. It's like, what? I still haven't glued half of mine. Doom-mailed up flamethrowers, I like them.
That sounds freaking amazing. It's all on page 22, hey? Okay. Well, I need to find out. I will read that tonight. I can't wait.
So, LVO
yeah.
is in 14 days, so
yes.
We'll probably do...
Wait, before we go on to LVO,
okay.
We got this guy coming. I should have... The new Chaos Warrior guy, the Chosen individual kits, like everything, basically everything is coming this upcoming weekend. And then, and there's the new dice. Did you see the dice?
Yeah, the dice are actually quite nice. I kind of like them.
I think they're like, I wish they'd made the stars a little bit more like ruinous.
You know what? At least it's the number on one, the special on one side.
I mean, yeah, they learned from their mistakes.
They are very clear and legible dice.
Yes.
So,
yes. Still, thanks heaven for small mercies and the General's Handbook. So that's really great. I'm tired of playing off of the PDF. And then they showed the Chaos Warrior like sprues and the kit and everything, and man, do they look amazing. Yeah, and the hero guy can be built with a sword and a shield, or like 2 axes. Yeah, really cool. And then before we start talking about that, there is the stats.
Oh yes.
So
yes.
Dale sent me the stats today.
Yes. So these are obviously done by Honest Wargamer, who do the TSN network. So they supposedly take it's not him who does these stats. It's actually someone else who does them, and he gets given them to use for his show.
Yeah, it's LV or L something like that, right?
Yeah, and they take them from events that are going on and around and stuff.
Indeed.
So as you can see, my aim for doing well at LVO with Gits do not look very good from that map. Unless I can, if I could go against just Stormcast, it might work, because Stormcast seem to be one of the highest played factions right now. But there's a distinct thing if you look at that map of I think apart from ogres, who are a new book and have something that's doing well right now, but it's about to get point hit.
Yes.
All the structure on the bottom, Like Iron Jaws are maybe like 2 points above most of the rest, but like you've got Gits, Big War, Crow Boys, Suns, and Bone Splitters all in a little chunk at the bottom
Why is Big Wa at the bottom? Like I
because
get
they're
Cruel Boys.
because they're not winning.
No, I know that.
Plus they've got um, before the points hit coming up, they got point hits. So the the guy who does the mortal wounds got hit by 20 points. The big stabbers got hit,
Yeah.
and the other guys got hit. So I think you ended up losing like 2 units of big stabbers on the spam list, which is pretty significant, you know.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a
and
good point. Bounty hunters. That's a great point.
which just destroys destruction armies. So yeah, so ogres are obviously bucking that trend, but ogres right now are mostly running iron blasters and nobblers, so they kind of get away with it. Until I mean, if the points come out this week, which they very might do, because the 40k came that last week,
Yeah.
then that's going to make a big difference. So I'm hoping the points come out before the 14th, so they're used for LVO, because I would like other armies to get slapped a bit, because we don't get any points changes because we've got a new book coming.
Yeah.
Um,
And it'll
it would
probably be
help.
soon too.
Yeah, I mean, people are expecting it maybe to be Thursday because the 40k, I think it was Thursday, update.
What's
Hey,
Thursday?
this Thursday.
No, what is this Thursday?
Oh, the Battle Scrolls. Because it kind
Oh.
of makes sense if they drop. So General's Handbook goes in pre-order this weekend, coming.
Yeah.
So dropping the Battle Scrolls this week, give people a week to start playing with the new points before the new handbook drop.
Yeah,
Also, Thursday last week was when the 40k points drop happened.
Yeah.
Points changes happened, the meta thing happened. So I'm kind of hoping it does drop this week.
That would make
It would make my
sense.
life at LVO a bit happier.
But I don't think they're gonna change. Like they're not gonna use the new. Oh, they're not
No,
gonna
no,
use
and
the-
this is the thing. So a lot of people have said, "Oh, they're going to use new handbook."
No.
They already said they in their current pack they're not. It's subject to change in the 14th, but the General's Handbook doesn't actually come on pre-order until the 14th, which means it's out the day after lists are due.
Well, they're
So
not even using. So the data slate came out what last week for 40k. They're
yeah.
not even using that in the 40k tournament.
Oh, they might do.
No, they're not.
Oh, they're not
They've
really.
officially said they are not using it. So
But I mean, 40k is stupid. So
no, actually, it's really smart. Like it's kind of complicated, the reason why, but like I think it's a good idea because the changes in 40k are too big to have everyone just suddenly flip the table at the last minute.
oh, but that's because they had the doctrines, Space Marine doctrines changed, didn't
And
they?
they made like huge sweeping changes across
Yeah.
the game, especially like the Space Marines. Like all the war gear is free now, and
Yeah,
they
so
they flip
that's
the
a
table.
bit different than.
It is a bit different, and
Post
honestly, like, but I still don't like if they're not going to do that for AOS. Like you kind of said, the LVO is sort of the crowning sort of jewel cap at the end of the year, right? So at the end of the season, so I feel like they're just going to keep everything.
No, because then it'll just be boring Iron Blasters doing. But then again, I mean, Iron Blasters can. I don't mind facing them with my gits because I have so many squigs. Yeah, you can just pile into me, but then I'll just 4+ rally them. So
Exactly.
I would rather you shoot me than be in combat with me.
Exactly. Hand of Gork is a thing.
Yeah, yeah. I would just hide the Mangler at the back of the table in a corner, being like, "Don't shoot me!"
Yeah. Leave him alone.
So yeah, so there's going to be the lists are due on the 20th. So as soon as they're up on, you need to borrow some Scottish ogres. That's a temptation, actually.
Oh
I've had
man!
some
Oh,
practice
if you took ogres, that would be wild. But you haven't really practiced with them, and you wanted
no,
to be.
no, and I want to take my gits.
Yeah,
It's
you want
like,
to take top.
It's more of like if I don't do well with them, I don't do well with them. I just want to take them and try to do well. Because again, like I can't do better than best overall apart from winning it. And I'm probably not going to win it with my Daughter Kane. Like I might be up to 5-0, but I just don't think I'll be able to pull off the thing.
Also, there is something to the idea that you've been concentrating on gets So you're
Yeah.
kind of out of practice with your daughters, and there's other people who are probably just been
Oh yeah, I've not touched my
grinding.
daughters since the Pacific Northwest
And
Masters.
there's probably other people who've just been grinding
Yeah,
daughters for the past
and
whatever.
I just don't enjoy them. And I mean, I think I said the community of them kind of
Well, you are a bit of a
killed it.
hipster, and they are one of the best armies in the game right now.
Yeah,
So yeah.
stupid army.
I mean, I've always said that though. I'm just kidding. Don't everyone, don't at me.
Dumb.
So, what do we think about the top, like, however many armies, right? Like,
Okay, so looking at here, Beast of Chaos, I think it's kind of because you don't really see them that often. Like, I usually see maybe
but
one at a tournament or
but they're
something. So I
winning
think
all.
it's that
They've
kind
been
of
winning for
surprise factor.
so long though. Like,
Hmm.
how are people not prepared for them at this juncture?
Because a lot of people haven't played them. I still haven't played Beast of Chaos yet.
That's crazy. Why don't you
Yeah.
talk to Clark?
And
Or
then,
or maybe you could play Matthias on TTS.
anyway, Doors of Cain, obviously, they're a very strong army at the minute, mainly because of the battle tactics.
Yeah, the battle tactics are so good.
They have easy battle tactics that you can score,
Yep.
and in the current edition, like you can literally right now, Canary can score 4 out of 5 battle tactics by themselves if they're not harassed.
And
So a lot of armies don't have anything to
and
like.
imagine in yeah, they're kind of I think they're going to be even more broken in the new GHB because like there's some of them are well first of all there's even fewer easy battle tactics. They have a lot
Oh
of
yeah.
good Galatian champions to
Hmm.
access from. And last but not least, in the in that scenario that's like called like Path of the Champion, if you
Hmm.
take the bottom of the turn, you can score 2 tactics. So you can get way more points, and you could just do like one daughter's one and one other one, and
Yeah,
you're just consistently scoring 4 battle tactics points. That's crazy.
it's
Daughters are
good
going to
stuff.
be a problem. I wonder if it'll start making tournaments kind of switch over to like no book tactics or something at some point. Like
Well, I mean,
I'm not hoping for that. I'm not
they
hoping
are
for that,
getting
but
point hit. So
that's true. That's true.
like, you're
I hope
gonna see.
I mean, I don't play daughters at all, obviously, and you kind of don't either. But like, I hope they don't go overboard because I think they went overboard on Seraphon. Like they just hit them again, and
No, I mean, what is currently what they have planned isn't overboard, but it is kind of needed.
for what?
Oh, so like Marathi going up by 20,
Oh yeah,
Canary,
that's
like
not
just a
bad.
lot of like the fives and stuff. Like it just
Yeah,
tweaks it enough that you're gonna have to either lose a hero or a unit, or you're gonna have to drop down the size assign. So
yeah,
it's not crazy, but it starts making you think. Marathi's gone up from 620, I think it was, to 680 to 700 now.
yeah.
So she is, getting to that point of where do you draw the line for her worth? I mean, yeah, she's still really good, but like a lot of good players will just deal with her.
The chart I see. Hey Keith.
She's the master of the mid-table
Oh
smash.
time.
Like she will destroy mid-table players and bottom-table players because they just won't deal with her. But if you put her in like top table play, like, and they will just go, oh look, it's Marathi. I just have to do this, this, and this, you
Yeah.
know.
I
And
mean,
as long as things don't go terribly bad.
I feel like hey Keith. Yeah, these charts do need more detail.
Yeah.
But I think it's just to give you like a general idea. It's crazy to me that Bone Reapers are at 51%. Like I'm
I
surprised
just
they're that high.
I just don't know if like no one's playing them in tournaments, so they've just not moved because no one's
I
playing them
guess
in
the only
tournaments.
people
It's
playing them are
just-
the people who like are absolute
yeah.
experts at
So
them.
it's like, hey, Danny.
Maybe that's
So
what
they've
it
just
is.
like not gone up or down. They've just stayed at 51 because no one's using them really. Like I
Yeah,
can't remember the last time I saw OBR in a tournament in BC or like Seattle area.
Keith makes a great point. Um, just that we don't at least we don't even know how many people are playing each army, and it's what
Hmm.
you just said too. Yeah, Bone Reapers, like if there's like one guy playing Bone Reapers and he's just like that's all he plays, he's a killer, he only uses like the most optimized thing and he just
Yeah.
does his own thing. Yeah, it's a great point. It gives you an idea. Like, and some armies, like I think it's fairly reliable for armies like Skaven that are popular. Even Gits, like Gits are popular even when they're terrible, which is now,
Mhm.
which is right now, right? But
I mean, that's the thing. So one of the reasons the Gits are down at the bottom there is because yes, they are not in a great place right now, but lots of people still
they
like
just
look at Kippers. There was like 3 or 4 Gits players,
yeah, just because
so because you still like playing Gits, so it
they're
doesn't matter
they're
if
one
you're
of the
winning or
coolest
losing.
looking armies, right?
Yeah, it's not like an army where it suddenly becomes not very good and people just stop playing it.
That's what happens with
It's
Skaven too.
people, yeah,
Yeah.
but with Gits, they keep playing.
I remember seeing like what portion of the meta Skaven were when they were at their absolute worst, and I was just like,
Yeah.
you gotta be kidding me. Like you people are champions.
Yeah, I mean, some armies will just vanish
Yeah, it's true.
um, when they're not doing great.
It's
So
all true, Dale.
I am the oracle of truth. So
Or
yeah,
something.
so I'm excited for what previews might come from LVO. I'm
From
hoping
LVO?
we're going to
Heck
get
yeah.
some
Heck yeah.
something new, something exciting.
That would be
Kind of
cool.
hoping we get a preview of some of the next books coming
Yeah.
after the ones we've already had teased.
Yeah.
Um, it'd be nice to know if we're getting another event coming soon. Like 40K at the minute, it's all in on that Arc of Omen. Um,
Yeah.
I know we just kind of had was Broken Realms last year or the year before,
Yeah, exactly. What's
so
up? What's up, Danny?
we might not get anything for a while yet. But when is this? When is what?
Um, Wait, what?
LVO?
Oh, LVO.
LVO.
Yeah, he's talking about LVO.
LVO
Um,
is it's the last weekend of this month. So the AoS Championship is on the 14th, Friday the 14th of January. So usually on the Thursday evening is when they do the preview. So it's Las
yeah.
Vegas Open. Yeah, and it's from like the 14th until the 20th. Sorry, I'm new. Yeah, it's all good. Don't worry about it.
No,
So
yeah,
Las
dude,
Vegas Open is
you're
it's kind of
welcome.
one of the
Yeah,
biggest
you're welcome here.
US ones. So you kind of like Adepticon, LVO, and there's a couple of others that kind of like 200 plus player events.
Like Nova.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so LVO is in Vegas. The the event is the Friday the 27th and Saturday the 28th is the actual tournament days, and then the Sunday is the final. Um, a perfect Chinese New Year in Taiwan, a week and a
Nice.
half off. Nice. Yeah, great.
That's awesome, dude.
Um,
It's Year of the Rabbit this year. So
but what they usually do is because it's one of the big events, there will probably be a Games Workshop preview on Thursday the 26th. So it'll be another one of these ones where it'll be probably like 7 or 8 Pacific Northwest time, because it's in the Pacific Northwest time zone. Um, and it'll be like they do. So what they'll do is they'll do a presentation at the event on the day, and that'll probably be like 7 till 8, and then at 8 o'clock they'll drop the online live video with the guys and post the stuff then.
yes,
Um,
they often do like online previews as well, but
yeah,
when they're doing previews at big shows like LVO, they do that first, the live one, at the event, and then they
yeah,
put it up.
because
So
because Games Workshop are getting more involved in a lot of these events now, so they kind of want to use it as a hype staging thing. Also helps sell tickets for those events too, because a lot of people like doing the Games Workshop events. I think I know he's not Games Workshop anymore, but Duncan is
yep,
there doing a painting
that's cool.
thing.
That's awesome.
And again, it's like ex Games Workshop person probably still has an association with Games Workshop, and it helps bring people in.
Yeah,
But LVO is kind of the end of the the ITC, which is like the ranking, the system that they use for 40k and Age of Sigmar. So it's kind of like the last big event where, especially for 40k, like if you're in like those final, you got the chance of being the best in your race or faction or whatever. You go to LVO and try and do well because you can usually they give a trophies at the end of it for those that are like best Space Marines, best Chaos Marines, best,
Well, and last year Richard Siegler only had enough to qualify for LVO, and then he ended up
Oh, did he win it?
he won it with Admech, I think, were not a good faction, but basically he made everyone think that they were, and then he ended up as like the top ranked guy for the entire year. Yeah, yeah. Although, what's up, Darren? LVO though is like, man, it's so huge in 40k. Yeah, he plays both Bahamut, but I think he won it with Admech last year. I could be wrong.
Oh yeah, they have like 40k, like so Age of Sigmar I think is like 260 to 300 players.
Oh.
40k is like 800 players or something.
It's wild.
Yeah.
But like the biggest AoS event in the world is, I think, the one in Australia, right?
CanCon, maybe.
CanCon, yeah. I think that's so like the frontline gaming guys are 40k guys, so it makes sense that their event is the biggest for 40k.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm working on Scragrot right now. Oh, apparently he's created a hole in my hand. His magic is too strong. Why isn't it? Dang it! Ha! Nope. He's invisible, guys. Sorry, his magic is too strong. He's nowhere near done, but I was hoping to just show a little something. Dang.
It'd be nice if
was
they
it
showed
okay.
Some actual Dawnbringer Crusade models.
That would be cool. I wonder.
Or another one I've heard is they could be
no.
showing off
Give us Seraphon.
or start teasing the old world.
That might happen, but I'm hoping for Seraphon. Like.
Oh yeah, I mean that's the thing. So like the very high possibility ones we could see are the ones that were shadowed recently in that video. So Seraphon,
Yes.
Khorne, and
Slaanesh.
If that's who it is. There's a very high chance they'll be the ones that we'll see because they're kind of already being like teased.
Yeah, exactly. That wouldn't surprise
So
me.
it would kind of be a weird thing to kind of like show complete different things when you've already just kind of showed those off. So.
It's true. Yeah, it's true. Although they might play their cards a little closer to the vest because it's still a long ways off. Oh, also I built this guy 2 nights ago. Trog boss.
Nice.
Rawr. He's looking at a spider.
If only they were better.
Well, there's a book coming soon, and they were so bad. They were so bad that
I heard in Discord the apparently rumors of Wood Elves being moved into their own faction, which we're thinking it's something like so the Kurnafi, who are like the Wood Elves. It's been teased for quite a long time.
They had
they had
an Underworld's warband.
Yeah, they had an Underworld's warband, especially with the whole Heart of Gur thing and Alarielle being superpowered like she is now. Yeah. There is a very high chance she brings back Kurnoth. Yeah. And then he has his own faction.
I would lose my freaking mind.
Yeah.
That is, so like from the old world, it was like, for me it was obviously Skaven's my first choice, and then it was like Lizardmen, Wood Elves. Like I go back and forth depending on the time of day. But
I enjoyed the fluff snippet for Dawnbringer Crusade. There's a group that believe the wheel is sacred. Yeah, I mentioned.
Huh.
Steamwalker. Yeah, I mean, a thing they've teased already and they've shown things on is the Cog Fort. That's in one of the animations.
That's in the Dark Oath one, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a cool animation, by the way. Shadow Elves or Warcry and Underworlds. Yeah. Oh, I mean, I don't think Shadow Elves are coming this year. I hope I'm wrong, though. I hope I'm wrong. My call is Skaven get a huge revamp in AoS 4. That's my Babe Ruth style thing, because their release needs to be so freaking big when they do
Yeah, but I
it.
mean, we kind of hoped that was going to be like a thing for Gits as well, having like the
But they
flying
did
space tips.
they
You already
did
missed
a
the Wave
huge
6 preview.
but they did a huge revamp of Gits in early 2019. So
Yeah.
like it just, that seems like that would be awesome, but I don't think that's going to happen too soon. There's also, there's also underwater Gits. There's crab Gits that are in the.
Nasty, bitey, stabby, crabby.
How amazing would that be, though? Skaven Scryer Underworld's warband would be so godlike, or Warcry. I would prefer Warcry, actually. Will be flagship 4th edition. Yeah, so what I'm thinking, Keith, is it's going to be Alex's LRL. Well, that was what I was originally guessing. It was going to be Tyrion High Elves, essentially, versus Skaven for 4th edition, because I don't think they were happy with how Dominion performed, and I don't think they're going to do Stormcast again. And for once, I hope I'm right. Right?
Again, I don't think it's the Stormcast that's the problem. It was the content for the Stormcast in the box. If it switched out Yandrasta for...
That was a bit of a problem, but also like the Annihilators are basically just, what are they called?
Terminators.
Well, yeah, but they already had them. What are the big hammer guys? Redemptors? No. No, the Redemptor is a dreadnought for Space Marines.
No, there's the Redeemers. Because there was the Paladins, basically.
But yeah, there's the Paladins.
Protectors, Retributors.
Retributors. That's what I was thinking of. The Retributors were the hammer guys. Yes, relaunch the Island of Blood. Exactly what I was saying, Bahamut. That's what I think. But if it's... So, like, Shadow Elves are kind of... Like, they're good guys, but they're also kind of bad guys. So I could kind of see... I could see them doing it. Like, in fact, I think that's the best case scenario, is Shadow Elves versus Skaven, and it's, like, Eshin themed. So it's like Shadow versus Shadow. Oh, man, that would be so awesome. The Swifthawk agents got squatted. They did. Oh, man. Yeah. The Swifthawk, were those High Elves?
Yeah.
I only know the Warhawks, because those are Wood Elves. I like Wood Elves. Give me more Wood Elves.
Yeah. I don't like it when they just, like, squat more old stuff.
I guess they have to, though.
I get what I know, but it's just annoying.
Grumble. I get it.
Grumble.
Yeah.
Money-making companies.
I mean, how dare they, right?
I don't know.
It's almost.
I think it's just a shame because, like,
it's almost like they're in it for the money or something.
Some of the stuff they squatted for, like, at the higher range was only like a couple of years old, like the Lion Chariots and the flying.
Did the Lion Chariot come in Island of Blood though?
No.
Oh, weird. Okay.
That was after.
That is weird then. But yeah. I guess it's just like extremely high elves to the point where it's like we can't use it for Age of Sigmar because it's just so very high elves. But you could say that about like a bunch of stuff, right?
I mean, you could just replace the crew, and then.
Were they on a separate sprue?
Yep.
Oh wow.
And then you could have like a cool kit because it's like very much like the Stormcast chariot. You could have actually made it something cool.
The biggest mistake they ever made was putting the Island of Blood sprues on the same thing with the High Elves.
Yeah.
Because now they can't just use them, and that's why they squatted the Poison Wind Mortar, and that's the reason why we have ugly Rat Ogres and Warp Fire Throwers and everything else that's ugly. But, says Levies, our time will come once again. The time is not nigh, but pretty nigh it's going to be nigh, right? I think that's something we can all agree on. Pretty nigh, it's going to be nigh. The Legends, yeah, exactly. Flying Bird Chariot was awesome. Sad day when that went away.
Yeah.
Man, a Flying Bird Chariot? How new was that kit?
It was pretty. So basically, it was a Swifthawk Eagle.
That sounds freaking amazing.
And it was pulling like a little boat which had 2 elves on and
what?
a crossbow. So basically they kind of released a load of stuff that was kind of Lothran. So you got the
Okay.
New Reavers, you got the Sea Guard, you got the that flying boat chariot,
Yeah.
and they were like they weren't great in the game, but they were fun models. Uh,
I mean, usually what you say is bad rules are temporary, but good models last forever. But that's not really true in this case, is it?
yeah. You also got the new Phoenix Guard as well,
And
which are one of the ones that are still kind of going strong in the
for
game.
now, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Until
Un-
cities, whatever happens to that, if that gets, I don't know if they're going to keep cities and Dawnbringer, or if they'll just keep the cities book, but there'll be nothing really new added to it.
I don't think so. I think that gets squatted. I think Dawnbringer becomes or Cities
Hmm.
becomes Dawnbringer.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm not like hoping. I don't really. It's not doesn't really affect me, frankly. That's just my.
You don't really see again like
That's what I see in the tea leaves, Dale.
s- Cities of Sigma had like a big push for a while when they first came out,
Oh
and
yeah.
they did pretty well. I mean, Cities of Sigma won the last LVO,
Yep. But
but
that's
like you
yeah.
just don't see them as much
I think they're
anymore.
trying to sell the old kits, right?
Yeah,
In prep. I'm surprised it took this long. The Lothran Sky Cutter. I do want to Google image it. Thank you for
yeah.
telling me. Um, Lothran.
Lothern Skycutter.
Very Scottish sounding.
Study Skycutter
Whoa.
of
Okay.
Lothern.
Oh man, I wish it would be bigger. Why aren't you bigger? Oh,
Well,
visit.
if you stroke it.
Hey, hey, hey. This is a family-friendly stream, damn it. God dang, that's actually really cool. I think that's the only cool Great Eagle Hawk
The
model
Frost
they
Hearts came out at the
ever.
same time as well, and they were
The,
awesome.
the Frost Hearts are
God, I
still
love
pretty
the Frost
cool,
Heart Phoenixes.
but I think that's cooler.
I had four.
Dang.
I still have them downstairs.
That Hawk
I,
is
I, I think
almost
I had one or
perfect.
two of those flying chariots. I think I only
Yo,
ever built one because then I was just like, nee.
that's a shame. The only thing I don't like about it is like the thing that I don't like about any of them, which is when they have. I don't like the flying stands, especially on fantasy models.
Yeah. I
But
still have it down. Like I still have the model. That one.
oh, do you? You have. Excuse me. You have four of them.
No, no, I had four Frost Hearts. I still have one of those
Oh,
though
cool.
because I
Okay,
still have my Great Eagles because I used to use the Hobbit Great Eagles
so you know
because
how
they were really
there's
cool.
there's phoenixes, there's
Yeah,
Frostheart Phoenix, and then there's like
Flame
arcane
Spire.
arcane Phoenix or something.
No, it's the Frost Heart and the Flame Spire.
Yeah, but then
So the Flame
there's
Spire
a
is the
third
young
one
one.
though. There's a third one
Yeah,
in
that
Total
was
War.
like that's a thingy one.
That's
Doesn't count.
nonsense.
Forge World.
Oh, that was a Forge
Forge,
World.
Forge World, yeah.
What's it called?
I think it was the Arcane or something. I don't know.
Arcane Phoenix.
Yeah. I think there
Arcane.
was another one. I think it was a Dawn of War slash Forge World thing.
I'm just gonna put it in Total War just because I feel like I can. Oh yeah, you're right. Arcane Phoenix.
Hmm.
That's so cool. Okay, so then what you think it was Forge World?
Well, yeah, I think the rules were Forge World. I don't think there was like I don't remember being an option in Age of Sigma.
Oops.
There was the because the Flame
Oh
Spire
no,
was like the young
totally.
one, and then the Frost Heart was like
Oops.
the old one, the old version of it.
Um,
When it got old and its fires went out, it became a Frost Heart.
is this it? Is that the model?
That's a Frost Heart, yeah.
Oh, that's someone that
That
someone just
someone's done a
painted
paint
as an
job of. Yeah,
arcane.
yeah.
Got it. But there, you think there was a model for it?
It might have been from Forge World. I just can't remember.
Oh, is this it? Or is that
That's
just
normal. That's the Frost Heart again.
a regular old
Yeah,
one?
that's the actual just the old model
Oh
because you could.
wow.
It came with two different heads and stuff, so you can either have the flame or the frost.
I tried everyone. I
Yeah.
tried. Okay.
I
You just
did one that was kind of half and half because then it was like transforming into a frost heart. Looked pretty cool.
um, Keith uses the Lord of the Rings plastic eagles.
Yeah, I used so that Lord of so the Games Workshop used to have the High Elves could get Great Eagles, and the models for the Great Eagles were metal and they weren't great.
No, they were.
And
That's
then
a huge understatement.
they brought out the Lord of the Rings Eagles, which were amazing. So most people I know that played High Elves literally just went out and brought 4 of those and ran them in their high elf army. So yes, I have 4 of the Lord of the Rings Eagles
Oh,
too.
those are good.
Yeah, they're
Honestly,
great
though, I
models.
kind of like the Sky Cutter more.
Yeah, but you don't want to buy 4 Skycutter kits to get 4 Eagles when you can just buy
No, I know. I'm just saying, like,
those
if
you get 2 in a
if we're
box, so it's
comparing
pretty
one to
great.
one, though,
Yeah.
wow. Oh, wow. Shoutouts to B-Bone. Huh. Okay, I don't know why that popped up.
They've
That's
done some
cool.
good kits over the timeline.
That's pretty cool. I I actually really appreciate seeing that.
I think they're like the best Lord of the Rings models.
The Eagles.
Yeah.
I mean, my favorite Lord of the Rings model is definitely Smog, but he's like $1,000
Smaug.
or something stupid. Yeah, and I also refuse to say his name that way.
What Smaug?
Yeah, I know it's how Tolkien pronounced it. It's not going to change my mind.
Why do you think it's Smog?
I don't know. I know that Tolkien said Smaug or
No, no.
whatever, but I just think
Why
it's
do you say Smog?
just because I think
Just because
Smaug
you
sounds
prefer that?
silly. I just makes it yeah.
Smaug!
Yeah.
Get to the chopper, Smaug!
Exactly. That's why I don't say it. You just like perfectly highlighted it.
Terrible Arnold impression.
Come on,
Come
do
on,
it.
come on, get off my treasure chests.
What?
Get off my treasure chests.
Your treasure
It's a
chest.
dragon, and they're stealing his treasure.
Oh, got it.
Get off my treasure chest.
I thought it was some kind of.
Who's your daddy, and what does he do?
Is that from Kindergarten Cop?
Yeah.
Nice.
Like 80s, 80s, side tangent, 80s, 90s Arnie films
Eagles.
where his dialogue with like one-liners was so good. I love them.
Oh yeah. Like in
It's so bad, but
in
so
Predator, he
so
throws
great.
like this big Bowie knife into a guy, and like it sticks him to the wall, and he's like,
Painted
"Stick
Goblin,
around."
do it now. I'm waiting for the goblin's head to dry, and then
Keith, I am painting
I have like
Scraggle.
one of these old goblins here as well, like not the old metal ones, but I
I
have a
am
load of these downstairs in a box.
I am painting our Lord and Savior Scragrot.
Boo.
What do you
Also,
mean, boo?
because I
You
don't
watch
believe
your
in
tongue.
Scraggle.
Yeah, well, you'll change your tune if he has good rules.
Maybe.
Not maybe. I know you.
I'm hoping just the loom boss is going to be great, so I can have like 4 of them.
Which one?
The new loom boss,
Oh, you mean the squig herder?
the squig boss, yeah.
Yeah, me too. That would be great. That is the dream, Dale. That is the dream. We all watch and stare at the moon longingly until we are blessed once again. But Skaven and could have gotten the metal queek. I've actually got the metal queek nearby, and I started repainting him. Where did it? Oh, I'm gonna put him in my closet. Where? He's nearby. You can still find him, Bahamut. Like, I bought him used, and the person painted him, but I wanted to do my own thing. So, yeah, you can definitely get him. I've actually got every Skaven warlord. I've got the Metal Seer. Yeah, I've got Grey Seer Thanquol, with the old Bone Ripper. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, plastic is better than metal, though, right? Like, but there's something to just holding like a nice chunky heavy model, but not if you're like going around, you know. Like I know the reason that Eric doesn't like to play, um, what's it, Beast of Chaos is because his whole army rather is metal,
Oh,
and
yeah.
so it's just like it's terrible. Like I was playing Skaven, well since AoS 1, but when we got what he used to strip paint, the best stuff if you can find you said you're in Taiwan though, right, Alan? I don't know if you can get it over there, but if you can find it, this stuff super clean, also known as the purple stuff, not Sunny D. is the best. But you can also buy stuff online. You can post a link as long as it's okay, Bahamut. It's not something sketchy. I think you can. I don't. I mean, I don't know if YouTube will stop you or not, but whoops. You're in Taiwan. Uh, they do make. There's this stuff you can get that I think it's made in the UK, and apparently it's the best stuff ever, and you can reuse it. But I don't remember what it's called. Um, One second.
Ever you can reuse
Whoops.
it.
There we go. Okay. Try and post it, Bahamut, as long as it's again just nothing weird, okay? And then if it stops you automatically and I can't do anything about it, then yeah, maybe you could just tell us what to Google or something. But I'll see. Whoops, that one. Okay. There we go. Okay, I should be able to help you out if it doesn't let you do it. But yeah, I mean, what's the best case scenario though? I mean, it's Warcom. Oh, made to order Skaven from 4 years ago. Yes, absolutely. You can post that. In fact, if I can find it, I'll post it for you. But they actually redid it like what was it? This year or last year now. They did the made to order Skaven. Skaven. I'll put Warhammer just in case. Yeah. Oh, this is 2019. Yeah. See, they did it in July. That's when I got Thanquil. I wish I bought the Ikit as well. Okay, let's see if I can even post a link. I don't even know if I can do it. Where did it go? Nope, that's not the right thing. Okay. Aha. Okay, let's see if this works. Well, looks like it worked. Yeah, that is... Did they have the old Grey Sea, or did they just have Thanquil? I think they just had Thanquil.
Oh, look at those Skaven guys.
They're so great. I can't believe how well those models held up. Although those were resin, actually. I think they... Oh, no, they were metal. They were metal. That's right, because I got Grey Sea Thanquil. But I wish I'd also got Ikit Claw and maybe Deathmaster Snitch. I don't need the Vermin Lord, though. I had the Vermin Lord, and I actually sold him.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Thanquil, Bahamut. That's Greyseer. That's the old Greyseer Thanquil. And he came with Bone Ripper. Yeah, doing that. Oh, it was just a regular Greyseer? I think I remember that, actually.
I like when they were separate models.
Oh, yeah, totally, yeah.
They were cool.
Not
some dumb OP-like thing like he is now.
Which one? Oh, you mean the
new Thanquil?
The new Thanquil is awesome, and he is also our Lord and Savior. And how dare you? I love him. Yes, totally. That's right. Actually, the one from 2019 did come up. I can find that too. Oh yeah, this guy. Come on. Boop. There we go.
You've joined the Skaven Hangout Hour.
Oops. Oh wow. Apparently I can switch between the pictures just by scrolling on my mouse. That's pretty cool. Or it only does two. Never mind. But this is why. So the new Grey Seer is like kind of a throwback to this guy because he's got the rat on his staff as well with the warp stone, and he's pointing. Or you can have him like with his hand like that, and then there's a rat jumping off of it. I wish they'd given him two different heads though. That way you can just there's more variety, but alas, a lad. But yes, Dale makes a good point. We were talking about Skaven during the
That's fine.
in the imminent release of Gits, it does feel a little bit, but I can never get too far away from my favorite army.
We know Gits are better. It's fine.
Skaven are definitely the best.
No.
But Gits, I will allow to be second. I think I can allow that. You know? I made a seer on foot from cutting up the bell. Totally, yeah. Very popular conversion on the little bell. Matthias has it too. Yeah. I've got 2 of the guys on foot, and I've got, yeah, mushroom moons. Yeah.
Mushrooms.
They're so great.
I have a stupid idea I had about I think I was playing Roman, and this might be really funny if you just get like a box of mushrooms at a tournament when you're playing Golden Spike Gates, and just sit there like staring at your opponent while he's playing, just like eating
mushrooms.
Just slowly, just. So I'm gonna see if I can get some like chocolate mushrooms or something.
Do that, yeah.
Because I know you can get them from AT&T.
Yes. Don't eat raw mushrooms. Apparently, it's really not good for you.
I love eating raw mushrooms. It's great.
No, I'm not saying they don't taste good. I'm just saying apparently it's really not good for you.
Well, I mean, if you eat a box of them as well, that'd be a slight different thing too.
Yeah. I love mushrooms. Choco mushrooms? Yes, they are. They're definitely a thing.
And my baby dog. I'm gonna give my dog a stroke. Hi.
I was watching that like world expert guy on mushrooms, and that's what he was saying. He sounded like he knew what he was talking about, but I am not an expert on mushrooms.
I think it's because I've got 2 mushroom kits in the kitchen. I got it for Christmas.
You got 2 mushroom kits?
So I'm growing my own goblins. Yeah, so I love, in the UK, I used to like growing button mushrooms. And
cool.
Quite easy to get hold of the boxes. So I've not been able to really find them here. And Lisa found a place that sell mushroom kits. So we've got like blue oyster mushroom and pink something mushrooms.
Nice.
So you get them in a bag, and when you get them from them in a bag, that's like them fertilized. So you just got to wait for it to kind of start sporing, and then at a certain point of sporing, you take them out. You open up the bag, or you stab the bag, and you put them in a different place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
so
awesome.
They're sporing at the minute, which is kind of cool.
Alan says, do they generally add to ranges? I'm playing my very first game this weekend, Idenith Deepkin. Just feel that they add so much to the range. The ocean is so vast, and I want to see battleline crabs. Yes, they do add, but it usually takes a while. So, for context, in 2016, Sylvaneth got its like proper release, and they did use some of the old kits from Fantasy to fill out a lot of it. But then they just in 2022 got like some additional kits in the form of like 2 different bug riding guys and Lady of Vines and the archer guys. So like
the Gosford archers.
Yeah, exactly. And then so it's hard to say when, you know what I mean? Like there's no set thing because like the Fire Slayer
I
stuff
very much imagine due to the popularity of the Dewclaw.
Yeah.
Because like Dewclaw came
and Deepkin in general.
I think there will be some sort of Dewclaw / crab unit in the future because it was so popular it became a meme.
Yep. Well, it literally won second. It won second.
Yeah.
In that thing that they do, and I wonder if that's why they don't do models anymore. They did like kits or box sets, which was so stupid.
Yeah.
Because like no one cares.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like if you win that, no one cares. Like the Slaves to Darkness box came in second, but it wasn't actually the Slaves to Darkness box. It was the new Demon Prince coming in second. Yeah. And maybe the Demon Prince would have won had it not been for the fact that they did it that weird way. It's like people are like, well, I don't want to vote for, Chosen and whatnot, right? Like they want to vote for the model.
Yeah, I get that.
So then, what's his bucket one? The giant, the new Avatar of Cain.
Oh, but that's a cool model.
Oh no, I actually like it more. Ryan and I were talking about it today. I like that more, but
it's still gutting that they never did an AoS version. using it as a basis.
That was such a poor
Yeah.
choice. Like they did it for
Such a bad
Bellicor.
marketing decision.
Yeah, they did it for Bellicor. Like,
Yeah.
what would? But I guess it just shows how separate those two teams are, right?
Yeah. Because you could have done a monster version, still had the other version, but you could have done a monster version because we don't have monsters apart from Marathi.
Yeah.
And then they could have just, all they had to do was do the same version where you could basically maybe have an additional kit where you can put it over any of the 40k iconography
Yeah.
and then have like a different weapon option or something. Easy enough to do. Let me look at what they did with King Broad.
I feel.
And I could imagine a lot of people would
D-
get. I would have got 4 of them.
does
If they would have made him.
the new avatar of Kane have any guns on it?
No, it's got a spear, axe, a sword, and I think that's it. Because like the
So they
spear
literally
is
could have
like,
just released a war scroll.
yeah.
Wow, that was a poor
Oh,
choice.
to be honest, yeah. Like I would have, if they would have made it a monster, and you could have had like 1 or 2 of them in your army, I would have gotten as many as I could have gotten. I would have got.
Yeah, that was
Like it was
short-sighted.
cool ass model, and I would have converted them even more. And yeah, super loved it. But yeah, they.
So Bread's asking about OBR. Yes, we think that they're coming in the spring. Bread, there was a a roadmap released, and it showed 2 death books coming in the spring, and all we're missing is there's only 3 books that we're missing: Flesh Eater Courts, OBR, and Soulblight Gravelords. And Soulblight Gravelords were the last book in AoS 2, so they're probably going to be at the end of the year, like September through December maybe. And then
The
so it should be this spring. It should be before the
Brad
summer.
was saying that the Avatar King throws a spear for shooting and is treated as laser beam. In Age of
Cool.
Sigmar, they spit blood at you.
Yeah.
That was their thing. Is they basically throw blood at you and it hurts you. So like, yeah, anything really goes. It's your imagination.
It's true though what Keith said is that it does seem kind of random. Now, apparently the sculptors just get to decide. Like they just have control over what they sculpt. I'm assuming that's not true if it's like a major like addition change
So
or whatever.
basically, what you need to do is you need to find out who does the sculpting for AOS. Then you need to contact them and ask them very nicely, did you use some skating models?
Oh man.
If that's true. Or you threaten to Liam Neeson them or something and kidnap their family.
Whoa.
Like a misery situation, imagine in the news. And today a family was kidnapped because this person wanted some new rat models.
Dale Johnson has no association with Saga of Dice. His opinions are his own, and anything crazy that he does is. But seriously though, it would be nice to get some scale models.
It's worth it. It's worth the sacrifice.
Yes. No, but seriously, yeah, don't do that. It's fun to joke, but yeah, no, don't do that.
Meanwhile, somewhere in the world, someone's Googling the person's name.
Don't do it.
Oh, Bill Sousa. Oh, interesting.
Oh dear. Dale's gonna be playing AOS in prison using pieces of paper and some dice he sneaks in his butt. The mention of Wood Elves coming back to AOS has me wondering if those Karnathi Underworlds models were a glimpse. That's sort of what they seem to do, Keith, is they seem to kind of like, I've got an idea, and then they make it, and then they kind of wait and see the popularity. So I think they were doing that with Shadow Elves. I think they were doing that with the Karnathi. And what was the other one? I can't. There was another one that I was like, oh, they're definitely doing it for that. I'm okay with waiting until spring for OBR. Yeah, totally. Yeah, just enjoy them for now. Like if you look, like there's someone out there, at least one person out there with a 51% win rate with them. That's better than Skaven, and I love playing my Skaven. My Skaven are my best army because I know them better than any other army. You know, so you can win with them and just enjoy painting your army. That's what I'm doing for Gits.
I'm gonna look up the ITC AOS rankings and see who who is the person who's leading.
That's a
with,
great idea. That's a
with
great idea. Actually.
OBR, and we'll see when their last event was.
The Rob walks away from his mic hour.
Third.
You be quiet, Alex. I need to get paint. What model is on the screen? That is the Grey Seer, an old metal Grey Seer from Warhammer Fantasy Battles, and Bahamut was reminding us that they did like the made to order for him as well. So I just brought him up, but yeah, you can still find him. He's out there in the wild. He's a cool model. He's an old enough to drink Grey Seer. A lot of them are. Lord Skrolk is old enough to have kids in high school. Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay, my other computer wants to update. Sure. Why don't you do that? You have Skaven 2, but I just don't know how to play them. Sadly, there aren't many guides. I don't learn well from reading. I do much better from visual walkthroughs. Well, Bread, I have got the thing for you. I have a video that Matthias came over and made with me where we talk about gnaw-hole placement. And there is also a guide on this channel. If you go back and look at the live ones, there is 2 guides on Skaven on this channel. So wait until we're all done here, and then yeah, you've got a lot of content, a lot of Skaven strategic content. And I think because Dale and I both play Gits and will be playing the new book when it comes out, I think we could probably do something similar for Gits. Hey, Dale?
Mm-hmm.
That would be fun.
Yep.
I hope you enjoy.
So going back, so Jonathan, I'm going to murder this name. It's like Schliesius. It's Schlieszus.
I'm no good at listening to spelling.
Yeah. I don't know, is it Schliesius? Anyway.
Sorry.
So basically he's the top. He came 3rd at Lone Star GT, 7th in 2 others, and then 30th in Hammerfest.
Yes.
So that's it.
Thanks for the recommendation, Keith. And yes, I also just put up a Skaven versus OBR, so that sounds like it's right in your zone, Brad. Those 2 armies that you play. I think it was Brad, or was it Alan? Sorry, guys. I can't remember what everyone plays. I know what my friends play, and that's about it. There's 2 Skaven Civil Wars. Matthias won the first battle. I won the second battle. We haven't had a third one. And I just want to point out that this is the only channel where you'll find Civil Wars. Because it's a terrible business decision, but I love doing it. Like, it's so much fun. Yeah, Skroll came out in 4th edition fantasy, and yeah, he's like, I think he's 30 years old at this point. Isn't that crazy? He's either 29 or 30 years old. That's like a war crime.
He's older than Matthias.
Oh, he's way older than Matthias. He could almost be Matthias's dad.
Someone has to be, because we don't know who it is.
That's true. There's rumors that it's
become
Andy.
An online joke right now. Whoever wins the next tournament is going to get to be Matthias' dad.
Jesus. Rob, you need to remove Michael Bay from your house before you play Skaven next time. I know. Michael Bay sabotaged my Warp Lightning cannons, and I'll never forgive him for that or for the Ninja Turtles movies that he made. Both of those things. He's a bad man. Yeah, that was crazy. That was absolutely crazy. Jokes aside, Alex, we've all met Andy, okay?
I still don't think it's the real Matthias. Matthias was killed by the old woman at Kippers in 20.
Oh my God. Don't say
20,
these crazy
2021.
things. What the hell, Dale?
Do you not remember this story?
I know, but people don't know this. They're gonna take you seriously. No,
So
I
those
know
that
his
don't know the
actual
story,
dad, Andy Selwood.
Matthias didn't want to stay in the hotel everyone else stayed in. So he got an Airbnb, and it ended up being this Airbnb with this old lady. I do not know his man.
Please, someone do something. Exactly.
And then so he stayed with him, and she offered him, like, she was sleeping in the same place as him, and she offered him drugs to help him sleep. And ever since that day, he's become good at Warhammer. So I presume she was like this Warhammer genius, but she was like old and decrepit, and no one would want to see her at a tournament. That's like weird. Or she was on the run from police.
Are you saying it's like a Darth Sidious thing where she like went?
Yeah, so she's basically like scooped out Matthias's inside and is wearing Matthias as a skin suit.
She didn't offer any drugs, yeah. No one take Dale seriously.
She is now this professional, like, GW known person. Like, that's why he moved out to Abbotsford. So then, like, we can't go to his house randomly and surprise him as he's cleaning his skin suit.
If anyone has ever taken Dale seriously, now is not the time. It was wondering apartment. She was on the couch while I was. Yeah, that is weird. You have the Verminous host Battle Force box. Should I build the Plague Furnace or the Bell? For now, the Furnace. Ask Matthias, but I vote Furnace for sure. It has Battle Shock immunity. It's a priest.
Baba Yaga.
The Bell is just really not great right now. Is Matthias a Cyclone? Oh, you mean a Cylon?
Baba Yaga.
Oh, wait, a Cyclone?
A Cylon. I think it's supposed to be a Cylon.
Oh, from Battlestar Galactica. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
They had the humanoid Cylon.
Totally. I love that show.
Baba Yaga.
But Baba Yaga wasn't from Battlestar Galactica, was it?
No.
Okay. I was like, I don't
know.
I haven't seen that in like.
Let's ask them. Matthias, where are you from?
No air quotes, Dale. How dare you?
I know, yeah.
Matthias is definitely the guy. Brad, actually, this is Matthias, and he is the #1 ranked Skaven player in the world. So.
Is he the #1 ranked in the world?
Yeah, he is. Unless something's changed in the last like 2 weeks.
AoS.
Which means, Dale, that your plan failed.
Which plan?
The plan to bring down Matthias.
I don't have a plan to bring down Matthias.
If
I was going to do that, I would have got him
jazz.
shot when we were in America or something.
Yeah, I heard that plan failed too.
I would have. Oh.
Dale doesn't make plans. It's all like jazz. It's just like we'll just see how this
No, he's currently not the #1 ranked player. It's Jacob Brandon.
Oh, really?
And then Anthony Trentinelli, and then Evan Markman.
What?
Yeah.
In the ITC?
Yeah. Matthias is 7th.
He definitely was the #1 ranked guy.
USA. No, he's currently, unless something of his has been. Oh, do you know what might have happened? Is if one of his results has gone out of date.
Oh, that's what it is.
Because it would have changed from a previous event. Yeah. So he currently only has 3 out of 4 Skaven events on it. He's only got Emerald City Open, Sparkle Party, and Kippers.
Keith, that's exactly what Matthias is like. I remember the second game we ever played. He was playing OBR because he's a dirty, filthy OBR player, and he was playing Nagash Mortarks, which is like totally original, right? How dare you, Dale? How dare you besmirch him? And then I think you're getting eaten by your dog for your crimes. And then, so I was playing IDK, and he just like zapped the crap out of everything. I did not get to do anything. He killed everything, and I still had a blast. And then when I tried to, I think it was cast a spell, he laughed at me after dispelling it on his plus like 3 or whatever. And he said, "I'm sorry, Rob. Did you think you were going to get to play this game?" And we both laughed, and it was good. Yeah. Yes. Dale is not known to Matthias. And that may or may not be because he's a Cylon, but Matthias didn't qualify for New Mexico as Skaven. He did not. He played his friend's borrowed army. That is in the video. Yes, two, maybe three.
Matthias, we like
Eric,
to give him hassle
and
because
Chris.
he's the youngest player in our gaming group.
Yes.
He's also ginger. And
that has nothing to do with it. I said 3 friends. See, I was right. I knew it.
We love him. It's kind of like the friendly ribbing thing. So usually whoever is the better person in your group usually gets the most stick. So right now it's Matthias. So Matthias is getting the stick.
Also, Dale is a horrible person. Right?
Yeah, I'm British. It comes with the territory.
Yeah, that's
like Alex will 100% back me up with this.
Yeah. He says it all the time. At least you're Scottish, though, right?
It's the thing. It's like the TV show The In-Betweeners. It's like, get to a stick kick because I'm not a very good player, exactly. It's the
damn.
It's like the In-Betweeners. So the In-Betweeners is actually like what school in the UK is like. It's like you are more horrible and vile to your friends than you are to anyone else.
Yeah. Over here we call them homies. Homies and friends are different. They're similar, but they're not the same. Dale is my homie. Yeah, it's a good time. That was a really good burn, Alex. And that's what I appreciate about Zeus. Fire truck, yeah, that was a scorcher. So every time someone gives me trouble,
I muted the wrong microphone. I muted this.
Oh, were you talking?
I was talking. Yeah, it's like Matthias is the best kind of person in our area. It's like, quite have to.
I don't know if he's the best kind of person, but he's
the best.
He's the best AoS player.
He's the best player at the minute.
Yeah,
and it's because he plays a lot of games in TTS.
He plays a lot of games. He knows. Even before TTS, like he would know your army.
Yep.
Like really well, and
it's like
huge strength.
It's like Matt Beasley is in Seattle.
Totally.
Like he's one of the best down there. There's like a couple of them that are really good, but he's one of the best players down there. And it's because he's kind of like, he knows your army. He's an intelligent player. He knows kind of the tricks you're going to do. And the way those people usually lose is either if they make a mistake or if they have really bad dice. And you can't really rely on either of those.
Yep, that's true. I mean, I really like what Ryan tends to say. Ryan is one of the most gifted players I've ever met. And he won his first 5 or 6 games of 40K without losing, all to super experienced players, super gifted, and he literally never even blames his dice. Like even when he has the worst dice possible, he's just like, no, I made a mistake there. I made mistakes or whatever. He never blames his dice, and
usually I realize my mistakes after the game.
Totally.
It's like, no, actually I should have done this.
And you should be thinking about it. Like that's how you should approach it. Yeah.
And it's good though, because it makes me remember for the next game.
Yep.
So it's the evolution of making sure you protect things, making sure you don't overextend, making sure you're keeping things in range and stuff. That's the thing. It's like, it's like I've won a good number of best overalls, but that's usually because I'm a solid enough gamer that I can 4-on-1, and then usually I get sportsmanship and painting. So I usually do find that, and that's how I win events. It's like, it's not purely on just gameplay. As I said, I've only ever 5-0'd once.
Wow.
So
you're talking in AoS, yeah.
Even in Warhammer Fantasy, I was pretty much the same. Like I would, most of the time it would be 4-1s and then winning the other stuff. Because again, it's the thing of, because I am a bit of an extra player, I don't take the really vicious lists that would probably let me 5-0.
Yeah.
So because I don't take those necessarily ultra vicious lists, it probably just costs me a game here and there. As well as if I make a mistake or something.
Banner of the World Dragon.
Yeah, I used to take that, but I used to take dragons I used to take Star Dragons instead of Teclis, so it was fun. But yeah, but that's how I like playing. winning sponsorship is a huge compliment. Yeah, like even I don't think I've ever won a sportsmanship, but I usually come like a lot of the times I'll come in the top three, um, which is nice.
Yeah,
Like I think it was at Sparkle Party when I won best draw overall there. I was like in the top four for like voted painted armies, and then just because my army looked cool, it's not necessarily painted great. They look cool. Um, the same for sportsmanship. There was like six people tied, and I was one of the people tied.
nice.
So yeah,
Eric
it's
won.
because they threaten everyone.
Eric,
Bloody opposite. I'm a very
you
nice
threaten
person
everyone?
on the play. I just give Matthias shit.
Nice. I mean,
I give Matthias shit because he wins it, or he does well. So I give Matthias more hassle when he's winning than when he loses. If he loses a game, or like there's been a couple of times he's like gone 3-2 in a tournament and he's like ended up under me or something a couple of times in events.
yeah, you don't kick someone while they're
Then
down.
yeah, I don't give him shit. And we usually like chat about lists and games and stuff on the way back in the car. I just like mess with him. I don't think if he ever was like upset about it, I wouldn't do it.
Matthias takes it.
Not that mean.
Matthias takes it pretty good.
Well, all he has to do is just look on his shelf at his,
His trophy rack.
GW Open Series Medal Award and his
Well, but this
golden
is
ticket,
before that too.
framed golden ticket from
Yeah.
his event, and then it's kind of like, yeah, whatever. Like I have my like LVO trophy and my Sparkle Party one on the wall downstairs, but it's not as cool as like a big official GW event thing where it's like this was an official GW event. Like I was on their stream. It's like, yeah, okay, you win. That's pretty cool.
Matthias, so we filmed that tactics video at my place, and like Matthias had trouble even like being like introducing himself because like he didn't want to like he's so like not full of himself that he couldn't even just be like, I'm Matthias and I did this. So I basically I'm gonna have to do it for him. That's fine.
We should do him like
I do it anyway.
a WWE intro.
I tried to start doing that on the podcast when people like, but it took me so long to write it. I think I only did it for the Vince and Matthias episode, and I think I did it for Matt Beasley, but I can't remember. I might have just given up though after the first one because it took me so long to write them, and I want them to sound good, but anyway. So now I just kind of do it off the cuff more, but. Yeah. Oh, and Eric won best sportsman, Keith.
Yep.
And he got 4-1 at the same tournament. And
So
Alex got a booby prize of dice because he rolled like a silly monkey.
I'm kind of excited for Sparkle Party. The next one is in March,
Okay.
and I'm pretty excited for that because we're actually gonna have a team of 6 going instead of just me and Matthias. So Roman's gonna go again,
Right.
Because he's kind of getting into it. But Alex is going to come, Eric's going to come, and Andrew's going to come. Andy's going to come too, and maybe Hillary.
Did you just call him Andrew?
Andrew. I don't know why.
I was like, I don't know an Andrew.
Andrew Spelloway. This is his kind of like full name.
His full name is
Andy is Chill Dr. Pickle's name.
Yes, that's his proper name is Dr. Pickles.
Yeah.
Because with Destroyer Cabbage, I failed to kill a clan rat. Yes.
Yeah.
And this is why you fail, as Yoda would say.
Well, I am normally going to peace out for the evening and go and sort my daughter out.
Right on, guys. Well,
she's wanting attention. But you can stay on if you're wanting to chat to people still.
Yeah, maybe I'll hang on for a little bit. I do have some things I need to attend to, but
Matthias can come on and defend himself.
Matthias, do you want to come on and defend yourself? Dale
Say
can
all the
send
nasty
you
things about me on camera.
Or yeah, it's a pleasure, Alex. I'll probably hang on for a little bit longer, but you guys can feel free.
Yeah, so hopefully So what's the date next week? Next week is the.
It'll be the 17th.
We still won't have the stuff yet
Tuesday.
because the 24th we'll be able to do a breakdown of kind of like the lists going into LVO and stuff because the lists will be in at the weekend and I can do that over the weekend. But the 17th, we will have something for.
Should we? Oh, actually, wait, what was it?
Maybe it'd be a nice thing to do a chat about the general handbook because the actual
like having it in our hand.
The preview will be out. No, I mean we won't have it physically
I've
in our hand yet, but
I've
like,
played all the new scenarios now,
oh, nice. Okay.
except for the dumb one. There's like one.
Yeah, the one Matthias will tell me when it randomly turns on and off objectives.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah,
stupid.
yeah, the one that will not be used in tournaments.
It's like it's the new relocation orb, kind
Yeah,
of, or not.
yeah,
It's not exactly the same, but that's what it feels like to me. So before you go, I'm gonna make
yeah.
a prediction. Okay.
Okay.
So we got Slaves, right? We got Slaves of
Yep.
Darkness previewed this last Sunday. Okay. So, and I don't know anything. Just to be clear,
Mhm.
I don't have any source for this, but this is just an idea. So you know how Slaves was this last weekend, right?
Yep.
So and like I was talking to Ryan, and he's going like, I need Imperial Guard to be this weekend, right? Because he wants to play because he wants World Eaters to come out, and they're
Yeah.
not going to come directly after another. So that sparked something in my mind, and I was like, okay, this weekend, Imperial Guard on Sunday, and then Dale, I'm gonna say it's gonna be Gets.
I'm really hoping they have the book at LVO. That'd be
I
great.
I don't know, but I'm gonna say Gets, not this weekend, whatever it is,
Yeah.
like the
Okay.
15th or whatever. I'm gonna say Gets are get announced the following weekend.
I mean, I originally said it was going to be the 21st, 22nd.
Is that
It will
what
be
that
announced.
weekend is?
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, so this Sunday, the 15th, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna say Imperial Guard. Then I'm gonna say Gets comes out or it gets announced on the 22nd for release on the 5th, right? And then I'm gonna say World Eaters get announced on the 22nd to come out
Okay.
the
Okay.
following week. Oh wait. Is that right? Yeah. 22nd and 5th, and then World Eaters get announced on the 22nd to be shown to be released properly on the 12th. But I'm okay if I'm wrong with that too because my birthday's in mid-February and I always get blessed with an army, Dale.
No, well, let's hopefully.
Yeah, whenever Skaven get a release, it's usually right around my birthday because the Great Horned Rat loves me. But the question is, does GW just love me? Because if it comes out around my birthday, then I feel like GW loves me.
I mean, I'll be happy with that. I'll be happy. I just want it to come out around the same time as the General Handbook, because right now, General Handbook is going to be a bad time for us.
The Why is
The
that?
battle tactics, because the battle tactics are
Oh,
really tough.
got it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're the only army without a white dwarf or a bookworm. And
It's
yes, some of the other ones aren't as good, and yes, the things are things, but it's still the fact that we just don't even have the option.
But you know
So
what though? Like I feel like it's the same thing. Like I'm playing with Gits. I'm playing with Spider Gits a lot. And they're the worst part of Gits, like
yeah,
by far. So it feels kind of like when I was playing Skaven in AoS 1 where it's just like it's so much harder. You know what I mean? Like it's so much harder. But then when the book comes out, I'm going to feel like like Rock Lee when he takes off the weights in Naruto and they come crashing down and then he's just like racing around. That's what it felt like playing Skaven in those days. So here's hoping, right? But yeah, no wonder he is so nice to me, Keith. Wait, working customer service. I always handle difficult people, even nice to them. It's so true, Keith. I used to do that
right,
too. That's so
I'm gonna go.
wild. Okay,
Bye.
bye, Daniel. I'm gonna hang out a little bit longer, but
Yeah.
you guys feel free to do your thing. I just want to get like a little bit more of Scragrot here done. He's getting there. I love his little like moon buddy, Toodle Pip. I'm assuming that means some kind of British goodbye. Uh, I still can't help but wonder if the plan was how do we get people to buy 6 month GHB? Give them a horrible GHB they can't wait to replace. That'll make them buy the new one. I mean, dang. uh, I don't think so. I don't know if you're being serious or not. But I don't think that's a good idea. Like, because what happened with me with 40K is I really liked 40K. I really liked playing 40K. And then the Nephilim one came out, and I was just like, I don't like this. And I just stopped playing 40K. You're joking? Mostly. Yeah. It's not a bad call. Can't wait for the artillery GHB. Maybe? Does everyone have artillery? No, they don't. For sure. Then the cavalry GHB would be awesome. Because enough armies have, oh, but they can't do that because not everyone even has it, right? Although there are a lot of more armies that have cavalry than artillery. Maybe it'll go back to monster. No, actually, by then, Alex, we're going to be on to AoS 4. So we have champions now, right? And then summer 2023. So we've only got 2 more GHBs, right? What if it's right now it's heroes that are small? What if next time it's heroes that are big? What about that? What do you think about this? That's a that's a wedding singer reference. But AOS 4.0, the realm of Ulgu, yes, 100% yes, all of the above, and I hope it's Skaven Clan as a feature, not a bug. Right? And what else? Realm of Ulgu for sure. But yeah, I mean, like I've been kind of saying this for a while, and I don't think it's an original thought, but I do think that maybe it'll be. Um, they're basically testing out rules for AOS 4 in these GHBs. So I think coherency is going to change. Everyone hopes it's going to change, obviously, but that would be cool. Um, Heroes not being able to be sniped so easily would be cool. I like battle tactics, but I'm assuming there's going to be some kind of change there. The cavalry one can be non-monsters with mounts. Oh, what if it's... Oh, we already had monsters in general, but that was leaders, and maybe it'll be behemoth. Almost everyone has a behemoth. Like, Nighthaunt only has it in the Morngul. But is there anyone without any monsters? Do OBR have a monster? Like a regular behemoth? I don't think they do. Companions count as mounts. That's true. That's a good point. But apparently, Keith, in the next one... Oh, the Gothazar Harvester is a monster? Really? Yeah, that's what I said. The Morngul... Isn't that what I said? I might have said something else. Anytime I'm on camera, I tend to have it say stupid things. Yeah. I mean, I'm down for all of that, actually. Anytime, I mean, hopefully they just don't have a battalion that messes with it too much, like we're kind of doing now. Although I really don't think that the sharpshooter battalion is a problem. I don't want to spoil anything, but we just filmed a battle report that uses it to, like, it uses the best sharpshooter like available, and it was fine. Now I guess it depends on your terrain and stuff too. Okay, like if you don't have proper terrain, or what if the next GHB is like, hey, we have actual terrain rules? That would be cool. Like in 40K. You guys want terrain rules? No? Oh man, there's so much detail on Scragrot. Still love them, but faction terrain GHB. That would be so crazy. Because like, what? And then they give everyone terrain. I hope not. Oh God. Just because like AOS one on the terrain bit, I just man like I like using gnaw holes and I like having terrain, but I also like not having terrain, so I don't want every army to have terrain. It's such a pain to cart around. AOS 1 had a PDF of terrain rules. Nobody played. Yeah. Well, and we had it in AOS 2. I forget it was called oh, I can't remember now. But no one used it because they were bad, right? But if they just do it like not exactly like, but similar to how they do it in 40K, then and it's not like this terrain piece has to be this. That's kind of what they were doing before. Um, just do it like, okay, here are the guidelines. Like in 40K, it's like if you have ruins, then you may want to make it light cover and whatever the thing is where infantry, beasts, and swarms can move through the walls, like they're not there, and you know what I mean. Forests give -1 to hit. It's just like these are the guidelines. You don't have to use them. Only thing I miss from old Warhammer Fantasy rules is cavalry braining themselves on tree branches as they charge through forests. That is crazy. I've never heard of that. I didn't know about that. That's wild. Um, I played fantasy, but I don't remember any of. Well, I don't remember. It's not that I don't remember any of the rules, but I don't remember most of the fun rules like that. I've played a couple of games of 8th edition. Is that a thing in 8th edition too? I don't remember that, but I like that too. It is funny. Like we don't know how to duck. Just gonna charge through the forest. What's the big deal? What could go wrong? Headless Horseman. That's what. And I wish I could show you guys this model. It's nothing like I'm not super proud of it or anything, but I'm starting to be. I'm starting to be happy with it. Oh, geez, I missed some spots. Doing something kind of different with nope, that's not it. There it is. Found it. But yeah. Should I remove the Grey Seer for now? Deathmaster Snitch. Turn off your background. Show model. Well, it doesn't. You can't. It's hard to see it anyway. Yeah. I mean, I could do that. There's nothing. I just prefer the background on. We'll see if this works. Let's find out. So we go boop, visual effects, and then nothing. There we go. Oh, actually, I better turn off this light too. I don't know if you guys can see them very well. I'm just mostly just doing some, because my guys are called Once in the Blue Moon Gloomspy Gets, so all the moons are blue. And so, like, a lot of the iconography too. But I want everything really colorful. I don't know if you guys, could you see that, Keith? Any suggestions, let me know. I'm mostly just laying down some colors though. But okay, now we have to put Gits back on because Gits are soon. Yes, yes. Thanks. Yeah, I really wanted, like, if I was gonna do Gits, I knew I wanted them to be colorful, and that was always the plan. Actually, I had a way crazier plan for my Gits. Originally, I was going to, I was just going to do spiders, and I was going to do all the spider riders were going to be, I was going to take green stuff and make their ears bigger, make them kind of like wider, and trim their noses down to make them look like gremlins. And then I was going to do like gremlin spots on all of them. Um, and then I gave up because my local meta was extremely competitive, and somehow spiders were as bad or worse than they are even now. Actually, I think they were better than they are now, because the mortal wounds meant more back then. Like, you could actually do something with it. Ooh, I think I'm going to use some aethermatic blue to shade his like weird fungus fur. The idea from that, for me, have you guys ever seen lion's mane mushroom? That's sort of what I was thinking. It's not the same color. I just wanted it to be bright. Lion's mane mushroom. Apparently it's super healthy too. But like, you know how the fur on his back is kind of right? But that's sort of the idea. I made it more of a Caribbean blue just because I thought that would be cooler. But is there any like, where's the squig herder? I want him back. Actually, I think he's gone to the. No. I can probably find him if I just squig herder, Warhammer community. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Is this the right one? Oh, this is a super old. I probably should have looked at the date. Yeah, 2019. Wow. Where is he? He was called a squig herder, right? Um, is this it? I just wanted a picture of a cool squig herder. I could have sworn he was called a squig herder. Did I make that up? Squig boss. Oh, maybe it was a squig boss. Squig boss. Here we. What is this? It? No, that can't be right. That says 2021. Oh man, this is so not worth it. Oh, wrong again. I tried, guys. I'll just leave the Chaos Warriors up for now because I don't want to forget what I was doing. But yeah. After I do this, I might start working on the endless spells a bit. But I haven't decided. I need to. I was using the endless or the moon spell as the moon effect, and so I know that I'm sure they're going to have the moon effect, but I don't know if it's going to move from table side to table side. But even if it doesn't, it's like, okay, well, I'll just I can hopefully the endless spell won't be trash. Like right now it's pretty bad, I think, right? I don't even know what it does. I read it once and I was like, yep, never going to use that. But ooh, I like this. I really like this. I wasn't sure if this was going to turn out, but I took Caribbean blue. I think it was blue. Caribbean blue from scale 75 as a base coat, and then I put Aethermatic blue as like a shade over top of it, and damn, this is purty. Scragrot, you got a purty mouth. Actually, it's not on his mouth, it's on his ruff. Squig Boss, thank you, Keith. Thank you. Bless you. Okay, I'm gonna find that so we can have non-slaves to darkness on the screen. Because let's face it, we're a little tired of hearing about slaves to darkness all the time. Am I right? I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but But no one could be tired of the Squig Boss, right? Dang, that's freaking awesome. I'm glad that worked out. I didn't know if it was Gunsta, but I'm sure glad it did. Okay, give me 2 seconds. Bless you, Keith. Bless you. Everyone, bless Keith. Squig Boss with Nasha Squig. Okay, come on, go over to that screen. There we go. There we go. So let's find it on Warhammer Community. Oh, right, of course it was right before Christmas. Oh, yeah. Okay, which one's the best picture? There we go. He's so awesome. Dr. Victor von Squigboss. Oh, man. Like, with a little better paint job, he's even cooler. Ooh, that's actually giving me an idea. I think they used, like, maybe a Killian green on that? Oh, shoot. I'm extra glad that I found that. It's giving me some ideas with old Scraggy here. Huh. Well, first things first, I'm going to shade in his cloak thingy as well. But are you guys watching anything cool right now? My wife and I have been mostly watching a Korean hip hop show, so I haven't been able to watch a lot of like scripted television, but we've only got a few more episodes, so I'm going to be looking for something to watch. I haven't seen I still haven't seen House of the Dragon, so I would like to watch that if there's time. But I'm taking suggestions. If you guys have anything that you really like, you know. I don't have much time, so yeah, I like to talk to people and wait until someone's like, "Oh my god, this is the best thing ever." And I've heard that about what's it called? I started Andor actually though, and I'm quite enjoying it. I didn't think it was gonna be that good, to be honest. Um, but but yeah, I'm enjoying it. Although I wish Disney Plus's player was better. Their sound is just, man, I don't like it. The voices are so quiet, and the action and bass and everything is so loud. It annoys the bejeebers out of me. Okay. Yo, this guy is coming together. He's actually coming together. I'm super excited for Scraggy. Scragrot is the man, and the power is in his hand, and in his staff, and in his scepter. I just realized he's got a staff and a scepter. What a boss. What a boss. Oh, dang it. My paint was more watery than I thought. Dripping down into his staff. No, no, no. Apparently I didn't unload the brush enough. I think I saved it. Yeah, okay. Seems to be okay. Do. There we go. Gotta have it nice and bright. Everything must be bright. Okay, here we go. Go a little further. Oh my gosh, it's almost 9. Okay, I better call it soon. Let's be honest. Without someone. I need a foil on here. I need someone to. If we can take turns looking at the chat too, it helps, right? Okay. Oh man, Scragrot is so awesome. Everyone should have a Scragrot. Every person and every army should have something similar. Oh dear. If you are still about, how do you rate the Necropolis Stalkers? Oh, that's a great question. I'm actually surprised Matthias stuck around at all. But if the elusive Matthias is still here, actually I can try just messaging him if he's not. Do. Okay, where? Oh, he's here. Haha! I don't have to message him. Necro Stalkers are kind of the way to go for OBR right now. Immortus Guard just suck. That is unfortunate. Now, are the Immortus Guard, are they the ones that are like the bodyguards, Matthias? You'd think that they would be good. I don't know if they have the bodyguard rule or not, but so you think they suck even in Galatian Champions with that meta that you like aren't all bodyguards like just inherently better now? They have a 2+ pass off. That's amazing. And can they still get the ward save like most other stuff? Doing OBR without the skeleton tar pits or cavalry. Yeah, totally. Stalkers are like are arguably the coolest units in the army. Huh. Are you going to run Catacross, Keith? Well, we are just kind of suffering the current GHB in general. But they have a decent amount of Galatian champions, right? That's interesting. Obviously, I'll take your word for it as the resident OBR player. That's how you know Matthias is true blue OBR. Like, they are really not good, and he still plays them. Only the Bone Shaper and Soul Reaper. Oh, because the other guys have mounts. Right. Right. And I can't say his name, like something Mortian. I'm worried I'm going to say it wrong, and people are going to be, yeah, annoyed. Anyway, he's a named character, so that doesn't work. You like Arcan too much. Wait, you like... I like Arcan too much, too. Not really interested in Catacross. That's... Yes, I know what it's spelled like, but you have to be very careful about how you pronounce it, Matthias, because Mr. Ryan Bell has a tendency to say it on purpose like it sounds like the F-bomb. And this is supposed to be a family-friendly stream, even as much as Dale was swearing. I would take Arcan if I were trying OBR too. Yeah. Yeah, he's still pretty good, hey? I feel like he was never bad. But it makes sense that Catacross isn't a monster, but that army kind of feels like it needs some monsters just so it can take advantage of monstrous rampage and such. Or at least that's what it seems like to me. I like to have my monsters. Monsters. I would take Arcan, yeah. He's what, +2 to cast Unbind Dispel, and then he adds range? If he still does. Does he still get the whole lore? That's pretty dope, man. Flies. Battle line Necropolis Stalkers instead of Skellies, excuse me. Instead of Skellies of Cav is the heal 3 wounds rule means none will be coming back. Oh, because they're 4 wounds, I guess. I just want the Harvester to not be a support piece so you can use the monster part. Totally. That's true. Skellies or Cav, yeah. The Bone Shaper's being pushed in the current GHB. Necros, Stalker's hurt. Bone Shaper's being pushed in the current GHB. Huh. I remember Stalkers were super killy, but then the other thing too is that you can't do the oh wait, no, they're battle lines, so you can hide your Galatian champions near Stalkers. That's kind of cool. Um, because Bone Shapers only heal 3 wounds at a time, Rob. Yeah. No, I got that. I actually did understand that. Um, that's what I was saying. Like, I guess they are 4 wounds. I thought they were 3 wounds, but from Keith's comment, I kind of figured it out from context. Um, but I appreciate the explanation because as you can see if you watch the battle report, I really, despite playing them a lot early on, I don't remember them very well because once they were not top tier anymore, Matthias was the only person I know that kept playing them. They're cool though. They're not my thing. Like when they came out, I was just like, yep, that's definitely not my thing. But you know, I'm glad it exists. I think they're cool. Arcan, Bone Shapers, and a White Dwarf command ability all only heal 3. Totally. Maybe they'll get like you know how what's her bucket? Lady Hollander can heal models once per game. How about something like that? You know, maybe Catacross because he's their Primarch, or what were they called again? Mortarch. I was being flippant, but I couldn't come up with Mortarch. Because he's their Mortarch, maybe he'll just get like a, hey everyone, stand up, you know. Kirits. That would be cool. I wonder if they'll try and keep him being a beatstick as well. Because he's such a utility piece right now. Like, I kind of hope that they stick more to the utility piece side and he's more like the Glotkin, if that makes sense. I think the Glotkin is pretty dope. Oh, man. Yeah, appreciate it, Matthias. He did play OBR in that battle report, Keith, but he doesn't have a lot of the best stuff to be. Do you know about the Triumph of St. Catherine rules? The Triumph of St. Catherine? No. Huh. Oh, you mean in Sisters, right? Yeah, that's true. It's been a while, but you've been preparing for this season, and obviously, Triumph. I do remember that, but I don't remember the details. Triumph of Saint. Oops. See, I even thought it was with a C for some reason. Uh, Data sheet could come up with a term. Okay. Triumph of Saint Catherine. It's still it's still the best source. Oh god. Okay, so it has 18 wounds, 6-inch movement, 3 up, 3 up, and that never changes. Strength 3, toughness 3, attacks 10. Whoa. And then when it takes over half wounds, it goes to less than half. is equipped with 6 bolt pistols, the Martyr's Sword relic, da 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 da. The Martyr's Sword, melee +3, so it's strength 7, -3 at P2 damage. Each time the bearer fights, it makes 4 additional attacks. Would this happen? Wait. Oh, I see. And no more than 4 attacks can be made with this weapon. That's interesting. Okay. Relic weapons, +2, -1. Okay. So that doesn't include it. So I guess it's usually fighting with its relic weapons. So there's 10 attacks, I guess, with the relic weapons at strength 5, -1, and then you just get +4 attacks with the Martyr's Sword, right? And then, oh my goodness, this model has a 4+ invuln save. Each time an attack is made with this unit, subtract 1 from the hit roll. Wow, that's really good. This model cannot embark aboard. That makes sense because it's that makes. For the purposes of lookout, Sir rule, and any terrain traits, dense cover, this model is considered to have a wounds characteristic of 9 instead of 18. What? That's so cool. That's wild. This model has a number of relics of the martyrs as detailed below. 6 relics of the martyrs. What is the relic? I don't even know what that does. Catacross says, I'm the best fighter ever, but yeah, totally, Keith. It's kind of a I think they'll change that for sure. But I like Matthias's idea here of maybe this will be some kind of. So this model, fiery heart, blah blah blah. When this model suffers damage, okay. Oops, dang it! I can't hover. This model suffers damage that reduces its number of relics. Select which of the relics no longer has. Okay. The fiery heart has the following ability. While a friendly is within 6 inches, morale tests taken for that unit are automatically passed. Whoa. At the start of each battle round, you gain 1 miracle dice. What? Oh man, is this thing just like overpriced? Because that's amazing. The bear has the following ability. While an enemy unit is within 6 inches of this model, at the start of your shooting phase, roll a d6 for that unit, adding 1 to the result. If the enemy is a psyker, add 1 to the result. If the enemy is a chaos keyword, and adding 1, so you can get up to, if it's an enemy psyker, or a chaos psyker rather, on a 5+, they suffer d3 mortals. I mean, I think that's the one I would get rid of first, but Petals of the Bloody Rose, while friendly Adeptus or his core units within 6 inch volley time while melee attack, add 1 to the hit roll? What the crap? Icon of the Valorsar. All 6 sacred rites are active for the bear. I don't know about their sacred rites, but that sounds really strong. Once per battle before you perform it. So you could use that early because it's once per battle, and then if it takes damage, right? Anyway, within 6 inch model, you can change the value to a 6. Wow. This warlord can attempt to deny 1 additional psychic power. Add 3 to deny the witch. What the crap? That seems really good. Really, really strong. Special rules aside, hopefully they apply the. What did you mean to type there? I can't imagine that's not a typo, Matthias. I'm assuming the start with full strength. Special rules aside, hopefully they apply. Oh, choose. Yeah, that's a great. Oh, I see what you're saying. That's kind of like your whole point. That's a great idea. Because like Catacross, like I get it, he's too good for everyone. He's not gonna deign to fight, blah blah blah. But like, come on, dude, don't be lazy. I am assuming with Morghast, the 3d6 charge is still better than the 5+ ward against mortal wounds due to no charge reroll command ability. Yeah, that seems. Don't forget, you can always take a Triumph, Keith, and they can use that. Yeah, it is really good. Like I'm assuming it's 3d6 and not 3d6 pick the 2 highest, right? Like that's so strong in any army, and it seems even better in theirs. The ward is so meh when you already have a 6+. Yeah, it really does change the odds, but I still agree because 3d6 is really good. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Really big shoe. Boo, boo, boo. Sorry, guys, I can't look up because I am edge highlighting my little squiggly wigglies. Yeah. Okay. I so if you have any more questions for Matthias about OBR, but I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on what they're going to do with FEC as well. Or is that just a snooze? Or Corn. Matthias used to play Corn as well, but he has betrayed the god of murder and bloodshed and war. And he's gone to greener pastures, and which he's gone into cahoots with which is clearly the greatest of all the chaos gods, then, and that is the Great Horned Rat. I think that's something we can all agree on. Even the Corn players, they should just agree. You have no idea? Yeah, that's fair. I feel like so they've been able to plan it for so long though, and I'm talking about FEC by the way. Um, I feel like they might not do the six mortal wounds thing again. I hope they do. Um, but it just got kind of like this huge negative reaction. But it was really fun, and I don't think it was ever actually overpowered. I think people just were kind of being whiny about it. They're being whiny, as is our want as AOS players. Wow. Oh, that's right. You're in Australia. Yeah. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'm going to call it here as well. Thanks to you guys, I was able to be entertained, and I love hanging out with you. And I got to get the proper thing up before I call it here. But yeah, I really enjoyed just chatting away and having a fun hangout and paint and chatting with you guys. So appreciate you all. We will see you next Tuesday. I hope you get a bunch of stuff painted, and hopefully we get the Gits announcement. I mean, as soon as possible, but I'm hoping for the 22nd. So, fingers crossed. See you guys.